Hey everybody, it's another episode of Rider Club Radio. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Liam.
And it's the same as the last one. You can just turn it off. Fuck them. Who cares?
You know, everybody just comes for, to hear us say, I'm Jeff and I'm Liam, and then pretty much after that, they say, fuck this shit.
God, I would have turned it off after the first episode I listened to this. Like,
oh, no.
Jesus Christ.
This week we watched Kamen Rider X8
Go outside
episode.
and fucking enjoy the world. Do something. Alright, this week we watched Kamen Rider X8 episode 27 and Kamen Rider 5's episode 38, 37, 38, 39.
And Kamen Rider Amazon's...
Kamen Rider Amazon's episode 16? 15. And Liam, did you watch the Go Rider special?
No, but I watched the Snipe special.
I didn't watch that. I watched Go Rider.
We switched it around. I watched one and Jeff watched the other.
I guess we'll talk about our side of each of them at the
same
time.
Then next week we'll watch the other one.
I'm not watching a fucking Snipe special. Fuck off.
It's 10 minutes long.
10 minutes, I'll never get back.
How long is Go Rider?
A lot, but it's real good.
Is it
Spoilers.
good?
Yeah. I wasn't expecting it to be, but I really fucking enjoyed it.
I saw it was out, and I was like, I'll get around to it eventually.
I really enjoyed it. It has kind of a weak ending, but I really fucking enjoyed it.
I'll check it out this week.
That's my that's my review of Go Rider. I really fucking enjoyed it, but it had a little tiny bit of a weak crescendo.
That's a shame.
It had a good ending. Like, the actual end part of it was really nice, but the big action finale was a little
like the
ham-handed.
third act. Yeah.
Although I loved it as well. It just wasn't as good as the rest. 9 out of 10.
Alright. That's the Go Rider segment out of the way.
Okay. Now, Liam, why don't you tell us what happened on X8 this week?
Okay. So, Amagasaki Ren, Fat Dan.
Fat Dan.
I think it's Amagasaki. It's a man.
His name is Fat Dan.
Fat Dan comes out and says, hey, so you banned Chronicle, I get it kills people, but you should unban it because if someone beats it, if someone's able to beat Kamen Rider Chronicle, everyone who died playing it will come back. This is a huge, bold-faced lie, but he tells everyone that, and people obviously start playing again. More people start playing.
Because people are stupid.
And they end up running to the park, like a amusement park, and there's a girl playing there getting her ass kicked. And they're like, girl, what are you doing, man? This game will kill you. And she was like, yeah, but my boyfriend died playing it. All I gotta do is beat it, and he can come back. So it's like...
And everybody's like, oh. Okay.
To be fair, they're not sure that it's a lie. They're just pretty sure that it's a lie.
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure that it's probably a lie. So everyone's trying to tell her, like, don't do this. And Nico shows up, Hot Topic, Spencer's Gifts. And she transforms, and she's got her own rider form, and she's kind of like, she's a ride player, but she's got a hat and a backpack.
And a sticker.
And she's really good at the game. She uses all the environment to her advantage. She's got power-ups and shit. She not only beats a bunch of bugsters...
She's actually better at being a rider than the riders are. Like, she uses power-ups and shit. How long has it been since anybody besides Parrot used a fucking power-up?
Yeah, only Perfect Puzzle ever fucking bothers. She uses the power-ups, and she uses bumper cars that are shaped like animals. She kicks everyone's dicks in, and she wins. And she gets this little thing, I guess a new toy that they're going to sell to kids. They're like gâchettes, but they're like not... They're little trophies.
They're gâchettes, but they don't do anything.
Gacha trophies? What are they? I don't know what they're called. But you get them for beating a bugster. And it's like, get all these, you collect all these toys by buying them on Mandarake. And then you can win the game and bring everyone back to life. That's the thing. But she gets sick with the game illness, because everybody who plays the game gets sick with the game illness. So they take her to the doctor. They take her to the pit where they talk to her.
The doctors take her to the doctor.
We gotta take her to the doctor. A real doctor, not a weird rider doctor who's 17 years old. They take her to the doctor, and she's like, Snipe, you never fucking listen to me. You just think I'm an annoying kid, even though I barged into your home and now live there without asking. You're so annoyed by me, and you never... So she runs off. She says, I'll cure this shit myself. She runs off.
The doctors follow.
Except Snipe,
who's just being Like, Snipe goes to fucking Genom headquarters, goes to Genmu Corporation headquarters, and he just barges into Fat Dan's office, and he's like, Fat Dan, I don't like you very much. I don't like your face. And Fat Dan's like, well, you're rude, and I'm actually a bugster. And Taiga's like, what? And then the scene ends.
They go and fight the Jet. I don't remember the Jet bugster's name. He's like a Jet combat bugster.
They say it like 900 times. I just don't remember it.
It's gibberish, though. It's not like Jetman or something. It's just a fucking gibberish name. You could say Flabbited Group 46 times and I still wouldn't remember.
Fucking Liam calling Japanese gibberish.
It's not... I don't think it's real Japanese, or else they would have translated it. It's just a gibberish name.
It's probably not real Japanese.
It might be a pun or something.
You fucking racist.
So they go to fight Jetman, and Nico's there, obviously. They go to fucking fight, and Snipe shows up. Also, Dan's there, and he's like a rose. He's a character from... What?
Fat Dan.
Fat Dan, I'm sorry. He's a character from Tokimeki Crisis, which is a dating sim. And so he's all about, like, charming the ladies.
Lovely.
What?
His name is Mr. Lovely something.
Lovely Fat Dan. He's like he's like a rose or something. He looks like Rosemonger.
Fat Dan the Lovely Man.
And he fights them, and he's like, his powers... He
does look like a Rosemonger.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
His power is dependent on how many girls like him. So he's got a lot of female bugsters and Poppy there, like, crooning at him. And everybody... there's a big fucking fight, and Snipe comes in and says, Nico, I'm sorry. I'll let you help me fight. Yeah, you can keep using that thing. You can keep using your bugster Gashat. They're trying to stop her from using it, and that causes her stress because she loves video games. They're like, you can use it. I'll deal with it, and we'll be best buds. So they get over there.
They make video games that don't kill you when you play them. But she's not interested in that shit.
Just go play fucking Morrowind. You don't have to play with a gun. So I don't know. They fix her. They resolve their problems. They knock Fat Dan away because Nico says she doesn't like her, or she says she doesn't like him, which is like a girl saying she doesn't like him. And he's like, "But," he flies into the sky. And that's the end. That's the end of the episode. So, Jeff, what did you think of Kamen Rider X8 episode 27?
This episode was like somewhere between slightly and far more embarrassing to have on my screen as an adult man.
Yep.
There was just a lot of, like, little things flashing up and hearts and, like, people dancing. And, like, riding bumper cars that are shaped like pandas. And
it was so
silliness. It's a big silly episode.
I watched this episode back to back with Amazons.
I watched it before Amazons, thankfully.
Talk about fucking whiplash. Yeah, I watched it right before Amazons too. I liked this episode, but you're right, it's a little more cartoony than most others. That's not necessarily a bad thing.
I don't know.
That's just the style.
I didn't dislike the episode. It was alright.
I liked that they're doing something with Snipe, and especially Nico, who neither of them have done fucking shit since they showed up.
I've started to warm up to Nico a little bit.
She's really cool in this episode.
She is really cool in this episode, and she's also the type of comedic sidekick that isn't in-your-face annoying.
Like a certain other bugster who wears a dress, so we might know about.
Fat Dan.
Yeah, of course.
She's the comedic sidekick that I'm perfectly fine with. She's not mugging at a camera all the time. She has a purpose to play in the story now. She didn't before.
Yeah.
But she does now. And it sucks that she's just a mook rider with a hat. If she could be her own rider, that'd be way cooler. But, I guess baby steps, Toei. But it's cool that she's, like, hyper competent. That's really awesome.
I'm of two minds about Nico becoming a rider.
Okay.
Because on one hand, yeah, it's great, because I want her and Snipe to start doing shit, and it looks like they're going to start doing shit. Mm-hmm. But second of all, I feel like Toei has this thing lately, recent seasons, where if you're not a rider, you ain't worth shit, son. And
True.
Nico is like, her becoming relevant is her becoming a rider. And I wish they could just make a character who wasn't a rider, who was
the only characters that are important that aren't riders right now are...
villains.
Villains, yeah, I was gonna say Hero's dad, but he's not important.
No, what did Hero's dad do in the last 10 episodes?
Hero's dad's not been in them. He said a line in one of them recently.
He was sitting at a table, I think, in the last one, or the last one before that.
But he's not a writer, and Graphite and Fat Dan are writers. That's it.
Villains don't count. They're monsters.
Yeah, that's all. That's it. Everyone else is a writer. Damn.
Yeah, that's how it is. If you ain't a writer, you ain't shit. And now that Nico's a writer, she is indeed shit.
You know what I thought about, and this is tangentially related because we're a tangent cast.
Okay.
Is out of the entire cast of Kamen Rider Ghost, the character that I find the most palatable is probably Akari.
Really?
And she started off as like the cynic. The character I hate, like the character that's absolutely surrounded by supernatural shit and refuses to believe it.
Oh yeah, is it Mulder or Scully? I don't know the names.
Scully.
It's
the Scully.
Right.
And she became a much more well-rounded character as the show went on. She wasn't painfully annoying like a lot of the other characters.
Like a certain Onari.
Yeah, and she wasn't a writer, but still had a part to play.
Yeah.
More than fucking Onari or Kamen or Shibuya or Narita.
It's funny, if we're talking about palatable characters, I probably would have said Shibuya. Because he doesn't do anything. He
stands in the background and says a line every now and then.
If I were in Ghost, that's who I'd want to play. Just put me in.
I think we've had this conversation before about us being Shibuya and Narita. We've had this conversation a lot.
It's so true, though.
It is true. We're the Shibuya and Narita of real life.
Oh.
Anyway, my point was, I like a good character that's not a writer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I feel like that is integral to the experience of Kamen Rider. If you have no one in the cast that's a normal person, there's nothing to signify that these characters are doing extraordinary things.
Yeah, I crave an Ichijo in my rider.
Yeah, absolutely. Ichijo was probably the best example. Not even probably. He is the best example. Yeah.
Kuga handles that fantastically.
Yeah.
The scene in the end when he goes up against one of the strongest Grongis and just fucks her up with a rifle is one of the greatest fucking scenes in Kamen Rider. I didn't say he fights the Grongi and kills it. That's not a huge spoiler.
Oh my god. Anyway, he's like an extension of the Taki Kazuya character.
Yeah.
From the original Kamen Rider, except not as over the top.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about Kamen Rider. Ever since the original, there were regular people surrounding the main character to show, like, this is what regular people do. This is what a crazy Kamen Rider character that does crazy shit does.
Mm-hmm.
And there's none of that grounding anymore.
There's no metric, yeah.
Which sucks.
They just don't do shit. Oh well. I thought it was
This episode itself was alright.
Yeah, it was alright. I thought it was really weird that the way it's like Fat Dan is there and they didn't know how to get rid of him. So they're like, just have it be that Nico says he sucks, and since he's a dating sim, he's like, oh fuck, that's the end of me. Why not just have Nico go into his office and tell him he sucks until he's dead?
True.
Get Nico and
it doesn't kill him, it just makes him fly away.
Make him fly.
He just fucking like sparkles in the sky far away like Team Rocket and shit.
Position a spike trap where he'll land, and then make Nico tell him he's a piece of shit.
It's a joke at the end of the episode, Liam.
It's like
leave it alone.
It's like if there's a joke at the end of the movie that knocks fucking the Emperor down into the pit instead of Darth Vader throwing him. It's just a weird way to get rid of a villain.
Darth Vader was a joke.
No, he wasn't. He was a good man.
Not at the time.
He was a good
prequels
soul.
hadn't happened yet.
He's a joke now that Rogue One's out.
Yeah.
Heyo.
Try not to choke, Krennic.
God. Oh my fucking god!
And then he said, "Get it?" And he nudged Krennic with his elbow. Get it?
I got more.
I'm here on this planet alone. It's so lonely here.
That kind of bugged me. I really like it. It reminded me of what you were telling me about. You said, wouldn't it be cool if there was a movie writer who was level 1, who just was really clever? And that's what Nico's all about.
That's exactly why I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah.
Is that She is crafty and skilled, and that's the only reason she's capable of beating that bugster. And she does it fairly easily, too, is the best part.
Yeah.
And I mean, in any sort of other instance, that could be seen as like a Mary Sue type character. Like, you come in and you show up all the main characters and you have no practice. But she is a genius gamer.
Yeah, that's well established. Yeah.
And so, of course, she'd be a good writer. That's why Emu's such a good writer, because he's the genius gamer.
Yeah. It makes perfect sense, really. It's a good little arc.
I didn't expect it out of her. I really didn't.
Yeah,
I thought she was just going to follow Taiga around for the rest of the series, going, "Yeah, we're going to get you, Emu."
Yeah, thank Christ. I really like a bit when they find out, like, a Fat Dan goes on TV and says, "Hey, you can bring people back to life." And Emu's like, "You can't. That's not real, right?" And he looks at Brave, and Brave's like, "No, there's no way. There's no way that's real.
You can't bring somebody back to life."
He's the guy who it hits the hardest. I like that they remember that.
There are little hints that they're going to do something really cool with Hero.
I hope they're hints. I hope they're not just the author going, "Well, I gotta do fucking I gotta remind him somehow."
I'm just really excited for when he finds out Graphite's alive again.
Yeah, oh god, at least they have that little ace up their sleeve.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that.
That's gonna be good.
And I mean, Hero's had some development. It's just not had any... Like, he's had the effect without the cause.
Mm-hmm.
He's become much more tolerant of Emu and started to respect him and stuff, but, like, we don't see why that's happening for the most part. Like, we see little bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Which is great. I would like more of it.
Yeah, like a bit where Emu saves his life or something, or does something that he can't do.
Yeah.
Or, like, I guess Emu does that shit all the time, but, like, you never see that bit. You just need that one shot of Brave.
I mean, you get that sometimes. Maybe we're just not giving it
maybe
enough
we're both just idiots. This show doesn't have this. Actually, maybe it does.
That's a well-established fact by now. But maybe we're just not giving the show enough credit.
No, I agree. It does feel a little forced having him respect Emu. I would have liked an arc, maybe.
Like, maybe he came in as, like, a stereotypical secondary writer that doesn't respect the main writer. He's just gonna shit on him.
Mm-hmm. Which
maybe we just, like, projected that personality onto him.
Maybe.
And he's actually really not a bad guy at all. He's just really sort of quiet.
I mean,
I don't know. He shit talks.
When people just spend enough time together, they just get used to each other.
I guess that's true.
These guys spend every fucking waking moment. They at least 8 hours a day together. They work together, so.
Well, they seem to live there too. So.
They don't have apartments or families or friends or anything. They just hang out in the pit all day.
Yeah, they don't have any friends. That's the weirdest thing,
Look,
right?
in the last 10 years, riders don't have friends anymore. Except for fucking Gintaro. Riders don't have friends.
And he made his friends in the show, like other riders do. He didn't start with friends.
No one's got any fucking friends anymore.
Kuga started with friends, but who else? Anybody?
Agito didn't have his memory, so that doesn't count.
No.
Ryuki didn't have any fucking friends.
Ryuki had the people he worked with at the paper or whatever, right?
Yeah, I get coworkers, yeah. Fies hates everyone. Fucking, I don't know, a lot of writers don't have friends.
Yeah. Maybe that's why we like him so much. We just see ourselves in him. Hey, he has no friends too.
Just like me.
And then he starts making friends, and I'm like, this show's not realistic anymore.
That's every single writer. Really starts going downhill once they introduce all these characters. What's that about? Are you ready for news, Jeff?
Yeah, let's hear some news.
Okay, at some point this past week, the actor that plays Kusaka felt a horrible chill go down his spine because Yuria Haga, the actor that plays Mari, got married this week.
Oh no!
Oh no! To some actor who played some dude on Prince of Tennis. Some actor man.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. That's
the type of news that we're reporting now.
I wouldn't be reporting it if we weren't watching Fies, but yeah, Mari got married this week. She got married.
Chipmunk Cheeks got married.
I thought that was funny. I was like, hey, I seen her on TV.
I saw her on the box in my house.
The light box. While we're on this, fucking Masahiro Inoue, a.k.a. Kamen Rider Decade, had a kid this week, too.
What?
He had a Bo baby.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he's
what?
dead.
Why the fuck are we talking about this?
Because it's Kamen Rider.
We don't even watch that show.
If we can report on Kamen Rider Night stopping a peeping Tom, we can report on Decade Have a Baby.
That's fun. It's funny.
Babies are fun.
I hate babies.
Babies can be funny. You put a hat on it and film it walking around with a hat, crawling around. You know?
What type of hat are we talking about?
Like a silly jester hat.
Okay, that'd be funny. I'd laugh at that.
Yeah. See? Babies are hilarious. I bet Masahiro Inoue is going to do that every day.
He seems like the type, actually. Do
he's going to have... Definitely he's going to get like a little Decade onesie for that baby.
Oh, of course.
That dude loves Kamen Rider. No Garo. That's not for babies, but... Decade, maybe.
Maybe not.
I could see a Decade baby.
Is there any real news this week, or is this it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so there was a big press conference about the new Superhero Wars movie. You know, the fucking Kamen Rider and Super Sentai Superhero Wars. Super duper hero wars. I think Excite is being smart and translating it as Ultra Superhero Wars in all the commercials and stuff.
It's Superhero Wars.
You should call it Super Superhero Wars the real way, the right way.
Super duper ultra omega superhero wars Tyson guest starring Kabutak.
Super de-duper wars. There was a lot of stuff in there, but a couple things that stood out. The producer of Kamen Rider X-Aid talked about he says his favorite character is Dan Kuroto, obviously. Course. And he says in some filming the director's instructions were like, "Hey, Kuroto, that wasn't funny. Be more funny. Ham it up more." And he said they treat him the same way like they treated Onari from Ghost, except the actor's better and the material's better and everything is better. Yeah, it's way better because he's not just a goofy, silly, sad sack. He's a giant fucking hammy asshole. It's great. And at the end of the press conference, they teased there's going to be a super secret Den-O-related announcement coming soon. Oh my god. Yeah, it's been 73 years since Den-O ended, but we're still getting Den-O stuff. Den-O is never going to end, is it? I mean, I'm fine with that. Whatever. He's time traveling to 2017 to continue the show in his train. This guy is going to have a job for the rest of his life. It's not even Den-O anymore. Isn't it new Den-O now? I think they threw the old guy out. I don't know. I was playing Betribe War Genesis, and in that game, the whole, like, all the menus and the shit between fighting takes place aboard the Den-O train, and I'm like, fuck it, of course it does. Of course. Everyone loves Den-O. Fucking Den-O train. It makes sense. I actually have nothing against Den-O whatsoever. Yeah. It's just so fucking ubiquitous. So big over in Japan. They love it. It's just fucking, like, so oversaturated at this point. Yeah. It's all Den-O all the time. I have one more news. We love tokusatsu and we love tabletop RPGs. True. Very true. There's a new tabletop called Super Sentai Happy Hour, or Super Happy Sentai Hour, on Kickstarter. So take a look at that shit. Yeah, we're shilling. That's what we're doing now. We're not being paid, but hopefully they'll hear this and go, gosh golly, we should donate half the Kickstarter funds to these guys. If you guys go over your Kickstarter goals, you know where to send that money. Just write it off as marketing and just send it all to us. That's fine. We just marketed for you. We marketed. You'll get a good SEO from this. Fucking, it looks good. I looked at it a little bit. Ian Billy Kumo tweeted about it, and I looked at it, and it looks pretty cool. Yeah, so we'll have the Kickstarter in our blog post, and you can go and look at it if you like tabletop and you like Sentai, and you want to play a Sentai game. We've played a couple Kamen Rider games ourselves. Yeah, we never played a Super Sentai game, though. I'd like to do a Sentai. After Ju-Ojer, I'd really like to try a Sentai game, if I get the chance. Yeah, me too. But the group I'm with right now knows nothing about Toku and does not give a fuck, so they would never want to play that. I do not have a group for a long time, so I mostly just set a table up and just move from chair to chair doing everybody's parts. It's not sad. It's not sad. Then it goes exactly the way you want it to. Yeah. I don't have to worry about people being shit. Yeah. Don't worry about bad players, bad DMs. It's really a perfect setup. I don't have to play with Liam. Oh.
Is that all the news?
Yeah, that's all I got. Unless something happened in the last 2 hours.
So, ring, ring, ring.
Ring, ring, ring. Moshi, moshi.
Moshi, moshi. Faizu.
Jinx. This week, yeah, Jeff, now you can't talk. Now I own the Fies part. No, only I can speak.
What a tragedy.
Okay, so this week we watched 37, 38, 39 of Kamen Rider Fies.
Yes.
In these 3 episodes, Takumi is worried because he thinks he killed everyone at the reunion, but we find out that he actually didn't, and no one remembers because they all died, and Takumi doesn't remember because...
Takumi doesn't remember because it's not important to the plot. Don't ask. Don't ask.
As much as I like these 3 episodes, I have some questions. I have questions.
Don't ask questions of Fies.
There's there's the main turning of the plot is that Takumi thinks he killed all these people and then he didn't. He didn't kill them.
Yeah. Takumi thinks that he killed all of the Ryusei School idiots who deserved to die. And it turns out that he didn't. It was one of the Ryusei School people, and he, heard it. He was riding by on a bike wearing the outfit he wore in the first episode. He never changed from then until then.
Nah, I wouldn't be shocked.
And
he's a weirdo.
He overhears monsters attacking, and he's like, hey, shit, I'm a monster. I'm gonna get in on this. I'm gonna stop it.
Yeah.
And he runs out, and he beats up the other monster mash.
It's Kitazaki. It's Kitazaki.
No, it's a different one.
Wait, isn't it? I thought it was the horns.
No, that's the fucking thing I was getting at, that it's weird that there's... One of the Ryusei School people turns into an Orphnoch, and he attacks the people at the thing, right? And then Takumi runs in, and he's like, oh, I'm an Orphnoch too, Wolfman. He fucking kills him. And then Kitazaki walks in, and he's like, you guys look like you're having fun.
Yeah. Because it was the Kitazaki that triggers Mari's real memory of the event.
Yeah, why couldn't it just be Kitazaki? Why was one of the Ryusei School people an Orphnoch?
I don't know. He was an Amazon all along. It's weird.
It was one of those horror movie twists that are completely superfluous.
Yeah.
It turned out to be a trap. He's the one who invited us all to this reunion. Why couldn't the teacher just fucking invite him all? And then it turns out that Kitazaki hears and he comes and kills him.
I don't know.
Simple.
Who cares? Fies is never simple.
Obviously.
Fies is never simple. There's a part... The thing is, there's a little bit a long time ago. Fies says, when it's revealed that he's an Orphnoch, he comes out and says, there's one time I transformed and I just blacked out. I don't remember. So that's why he thinks he killed them all. But if you actually watch, he talks. He's perfectly...
Yeah, he's completely sapient the entire time.
He seems fully aware, and yet, so what is his subconscious self? Is his subconscious self trying to explain to them that he's a good guy? I don't fucking get it. It's just weird. It's just...
some monsters are like, bah! And he's like, no, wait, you don't understand.
Yeah, would he be saying that if he was, blacked out in a nuts Orphnoch rage?
Now, apparently, that was really weird. And it seemed like they had to do something to make it obvious that he was a good guy.
Yeah.
Because if he was just in the mix, right, he could have just been a mindless Orphnoch.
What they could have done is just have him beat the shit out of an Orphnoch, right? He beats the shit out of him, and then at the end, for some reason, he ends up face to face with Mari, and he could just look at her and then turn around and leave. He beats up the Orphnoch and doesn't hurt anyone else. That would get you the point across that he's helping them and not hurting them.
This is a scene where there's just a completely superfluous Orphnoch in it.
Yeah,
who just gets killed immediately. So. Not a real simple and clean script on these episodes.
A little bit.
These episodes are straight up like a J-drama.
One thing I can say I fucking hate about these 3 is what they're doing with Kaido. Oh my god. He saves a kid from a burning building, and they're still on that, where he's trying to, he follows the kid into the orphanage, and he's being bullied, and he's trying to take care of the kid, and the kid
hates him because
holy shit! This guy could have died in, the first arc of the show. He should have.
Kaido has been... if I had to pick a character that is the most superfluous character in the entire series, it's Osada. But the second most superfluous character... That's not true, though, because Osada was a very, very interesting dynamic character at the beginning of the series.
Well, Kaido and Osada were both really interesting.
Kaido's arc ended far before Osada's did. She was still killing people and trying to stop herself for a while after that.
Osada's arc, I feel like, didn't even have an end. Like, there wasn't like a part where it concluded. It just sort of like...
I guess the end was that she fell in love.
Oh, God.
Which is the lamest shit ever. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with Kaido as my choice for the most useless character to the plot.
Here's my suggestion, my hindsight suggestion, right?
Okay.
Kaido's the same up until the guitar arc. He throws the guitar off the balcony, throws away his humanity, says, "Oh, fuck it, I'm an Orphnoch now." Lucky Clover appears. They come to chase down Kiba. Kaido dies protecting Kiba. That's his final redemption. He's out. You don't need him after that. That would have been better.
He fucking been far better.
He doesn't... Since he threw that guitar off the ledge, he hasn't done shit.
No.
Shit that matters. Fuck that guy.
It sucks, too. And I remember very clearly that I said, my favorite character in the show has entered the plot. And I regret those words so much now.
You don't... When you enter Faiza's plot, you do not come out alive. Only bad things happen there. It's. I liked Faiz at first, and now I'm kind of two minds about it. There's things that I love about it, and there's things that I don't love about it. Really a lot.
It's these episodes, like when you said that you really like these episodes, I am not so much of a fan of these episodes. They're okay, I guess. Some parts of it are good, but it's like this really, really meandering J-drama where it's like Takumi goes from scene to scene just like sadly walking in the rain for what feels like my entire life.
The thing is, I like the drama of Takumi thinks he's done something horrible and has to atone and shit, but the way it's handled kind of bad. Like you said, they kind of drag it out, and the whole logistics with his memory not working are kind of strange.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm kind of two minds. I like it and I don't like it. There's elements in it that I like and elements that I don't like, and like, it ends.
Characters are falling off like flies for their importance to the series.
Yeah,
like
remember
even
Keitaro?
Kiba doesn't seem very important to the series at this point.
He's
not as important as he once was.
Let's
fine. Put it that
way. Everyone still seems really bent on killing him. It's weird that they have this strange fixation on this one particular Orphnoch, but whatever.
Maybe he's the only Orphnoch that's not killing people.
Could be him and Bird Girl and Snake Man. But why aren't Bird Girl and Snake Man getting targeted the same way then?
Because they're useless. Who cares?
Yeah, it's true. They're a bunch of shitters.
Kiba's the only one that kills other Orphnochs. The other two don't do shit.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
It just reminds me, like, the whole walking around in the rain shit and, like, the moping around on park benches. It really reminds me, I was reminded of it during Amazons this time.
Oh, yeah?
Where there's a scene where EU is walking towards Porcupine Man, and it cuts back and forth between them 7 million times.
Yeah. Yeah.
After like the 6th time, I was like, alright, I fucking get it.
It does the same thing at the end of the episode when it's cutting between Chihiro and
yeah, and the thing
Haruka.
is, I'm not against a slow-moving plot. Like, I love 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
The slowest movie ever made.
It's very slow.
Actually, I'd say Star Trek The Motion Picture is actually slower.
Star Trek The Motion Picture is also very slow.
And I like it as well, but in a show that is fast-paced in every other way, it sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah. Yeah. Fai's moping in the rain was not a highlight.
No.
So one scene. Just once. One 30-second sequence is all you need, but it's like he's walking around, he's sitting on a park bench, he's sitting on a swing, he calls his friend, but he doesn't say anything, and he calls his other friend and he hangs up, and he calls his third friend and he hangs up, and then he's out of friends, so he sits on another park bench, and It goes on and on and on.
It goes on for, like, several episodes.
Yeah.
Like, other characters are doing other things, but it just keeps cutting back to him being sad. And I get it. He's an inhuman monster. He has a right to be sad.
Mm-hmm.
But do I have to experience all of it with him? Can I just understand that he's sad and move on?
Delta's fantastic in these 3 episodes. He gets hurt and then pretends his legs don't work so he doesn't have to fight anymore.
Oh my god, what a terrible character.
Oh, I hate Delta so much. He sits in a bed and he's like, fuck, I don't want to do this. And I don't know who he is. Or like, I feel like I don't know him at all.
No, he is a central part of the plot right now. I don't know who the fuck he is.
I don't think I'd say he's a central part of the plot. He's just some fuck. But
he is a main character. He shows up in each of these episodes and plays a part.
Yeah, in the next episode preview, there's a scene of Fies and Kaiza and Delta all in a row teaming up together, and I'm like, well, I know who Fies and Kaiza are. Who's this shithead in the white?
Like, he's just fucking one of the Ryusei school people. It could have been literally any of them.
Yeah.
There's a hilarious scene, by the way. And if anybody ever says that Kamen Rider isn't actually sexist in any way... this scene can perhaps shine some light on it for them.
Okay.
Where a literal coward who has run from battle every time he's ever seen it and is always running away from things puts the Delta belt on and he can fight monsters. And he does a fairly good job of it, right? He can't fight in real life whatsoever.
Yeah.
A girl who has raced towards danger the entire series puts the belt on and gets backhanded and she transforms out of it.
Yep. Can't be a rider.
Girls cannot be riders. Your vagina messes up the robotics. You can't do it.
She put the Delta belt on and it sensed her ovaries and you gotta put it in low power mode.
Yeah.
She can't be using this.
Like, I understand entirely why Mari can't transform.
Because she's... You know...
Well, they're watching the show with us.
Yeah.
Like, she's not an Orphnoch, so she can't transform.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I guess... Is it clear that you can only use Fies if you're an Orphnoch by this point?
Yeah, it's fairly certain.
Okay.
It's fairly clear.
Yeah,
like, they say I was wondering why you couldn't use it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Fies... Like, I was wondering why you could use it even though if you weren't an Orphnoch, and now this makes sense.
Yeah.
She can't use it because she's not an Orphnoch. That's fine.
Right.
Why does the other girl get backhanded and instantly transform out of it?
I don't know.
You can't be like, oh, well, she doesn't know how to fight. This fucking coward knows how to fight.
Well, it's fine for her anyways, because since she's put the Delta belt on once, she should be able to shoot lightning out of her hands for the rest of her life.
You're never going to let go of this, are you?
That's the stupidest scene in the entire Kamen Rider history.
It really is so fucking dumb.
I can't get over it.
It really is.
A joke about that every single time we talk about Delta for the rest of eternity.
And I mean, it's fine that she's not, like, I don't know. I would have rather her been the new Delta. At least she's fucking proactive and wants to do something.
Fucking anybody.
Literally anyone. Like, if fucking, what's his name? The idiot, the sidekick.
Keitaro?
Yeah, if Keitaro put it on.
I'd
whatever.
Like that. Yeah. Fuck it.
Like, literally anyone. Except I want to go home guy. It's funny that he's Delta, but this is like a character that matters to the show now.
It's supposed to matter, yeah.
Yeah, he is the third rider.
Yeah, holy shit. My favorite line in these 3, there's a good bit when, like, Takumi's, he's fighting Kiba and he says, you gotta kill me, fuck, I'm so evil. And Kiba says, no, I won't do it. There's a bit where he comes up at Kusaka, and Kusaka says, I'm not a coward like Kiba. I'll give you what you want. And I thought that sounded really cool. Like, when they're fighting each other. He's like, I'll kill you if that's what you want, you piece of shit.
Kusaka is, like, the worst.
He's so good. There's a bit when Takumi saves these 2 idiot Ryusei school students. They're like, maybe he's not so bad. And Kusaka's like, no! No matter what he does, or says, or even if he saves your life or gives you $1 million, he's still our enemy. Okay? Don't forget that ever.
He's still our enemy and we have to fucking murder him.
Take this gun. Shoot him the next time you see him.
And Delta's like, well, I believe this man. I trust him.
Yeah, definitely.
I thought going into the show, I remember hating Kusaka, and there was a period when that was coming back a little bit, towards when I stopped watching the first time.
Yeah.
But I don't know, he is such a fucking prick. I can't not like him.
I love his shenanigans.
And the thing is, I hated Hojo, but I don't know, I wouldn't call anything Hojo did shenanigans. He was just a giant asshole.
He was a big baby, yeah.
Yeah, I find Kusaka's antics to be hilarious.
He's always tricking people who are dumber than him. That's it. The whole cast is dumber than him, and he's constantly tricking them.
Yeah, that's the saddest part, that he's the smartest character on the show.
He's the best character in the show.
He even tricked Smart Brain, a fucking international corporation.
With the word smart in their name.
Yeah.
Not quite.
Not as smart as him.
Should start calling him Smart Brain, since he's got one.
The show is not super great. I will say that.
It's decent. It's got some deep flaws in the later part, but I think here I can say I like it. I like it fine.
Yeah, we're closing in on the end.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're coming up on the big conclusion.
And so far, I would say it balances out to be I like it alright.
Yeah. I think I like it a little more than you.
I think you do.
There's just the shit that you like about it, I like it more.
Yeah. There's the shit that I don't like about it, you seem to have less of a problem with.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Is that all we have to say about Fies this time around?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd like to say sayonara to Fies.
Sayonara. Why don't you tell us your real quick rundown of the shit you watched?
Snipe?
Yeah.
It's a 10-minute thing, and Snipe's he's a radiologist, and they're like, well, you're such a good radiologist, you should be a Kamen Rider. And he says, I don't really want to. So his assistant says, I'll do it. And he tries to transform, but he, for some reason, can't. He puts the Geshat in, and it just instantly, he starts vomiting up blood, and he falls over, and I think he dies? I don't know. He falls over.
You have to have the surgery. Did they not give him the surgery?
I don't think so, but Nico tried to transform without the surgery and nothing happened. This guy tries to transform without the surgery, and he fucking pukes up like a gallon of blood. Like an entire milk carton full of blood falls out of him.
Why are, the extra videos for everything so much more, edgy and graphic?
All the V-cinemas go way beyond the show.
Completely unnecessarily. This is the adult version of the video game superhero series.
Yeah, I have Amazons for that. I don't need you, X8.
Speaking of Amazons,
Moshi Moshi Amazons.
Don't.
Beep, beep.
This week we watched Amazon's episode
15.
15. That's what I was going to say. Shut up.
Dude, if it turns out it wasn't 15, I'm going to be super embarrassed because I've been saying that all night.
I think it's 15.
Okay.
On this episode, EU walks towards a porcupine monster and it cuts back and forth between them 7 million times. Otherwise, it was a really good episode.
In this episode, Chihiro joins, H4?
4C.
4C, that's it.
Chihiro gets kidnapped by 4C, actually, and then decides to stay with them.
Yeah, Chihiro joins 4C, he leaves Team... It's Team Kiss, it's not Team X, I just realized. They say Kiss. It's like X's and O's, hugs and kisses. They're Team Kiss. It's just
that's
written
stupid.
As X. Yeah, that's really stupid, but they're Team Kiss. He leaves Team Kiss, and he joins Smart Brain, or 4C. He joins 4C.
Fucking... he joins 4C or whatever. It's because he wants to be close to EU, right?
Yeah, he's in love with EU.
And they tell EU's... I wouldn't say in love yet. He just doesn't want to eat her, and that makes her real appealing.
Yeah.
And he doesn't... Because he hates the fact that he wants to eat people, because he doesn't want to be an Amazon. He wants to be human.
Sure.
Who can blame him when Amazons are what they are?
Mm-hmm. He feels the hunger.
Yeah. And they tell him EU's backstory, which is pretty fucked.
I thought Amazon's Season 1 was fucked up. EU's backstory is the most fucked up thing I've ever seen in Kamen Rider, by far. Her
father, on his birthday, murders their entire family and rips their guts out and paints the wall with them.
And it's graphic. He's not exaggerating. This is a graphic fucking scene.
And then he drags his daughter by her hair into another room and sings the song that he sang to her when she was younger about that they shared together. It was the song that they showed each other they loved each other with. And then he eats her fucking eyeball out of her skull.
He plucks her eye out, and you see him eat it. Like, they don't hide it.
He's like, he has a giant smile on his face when he eats it, too.
Oh my god.
It's genuinely a little disturbing.
I was like, this is really, really, really fun.
Yeah. They just show everything.
I loved it.
Of course, everyone who hears that is like, oh, whoa.
Yeah, they definitely...
What the fuck?
Yeah, they're like, well, that's weird, and that's what makes Chihiro decide.
Yeah.
I gotta stay.
He's gonna stay with EU. And
she's an Amazon just like Sigma was. She's a corpse reanimated. She died.
And she is the only new Amazon that has a legitimately really awesome design.
Yeah, Crow. There's a couple other new Amazons, the porcupine one, and oh fuck, is there another new? I think it's
just the 3 from the end of the last episode.
Yeah, the porcupine Amazon again doesn't really have that good of a design. It's just spikes everywhere. He's a spiky man.
Somebody commented on our YouTube video saying that I wish I'd remembered who it was. I'm sorry, but they said that they liked the designs of the new Amazons because they're supposed to be like people that are infected and turn into it, and not just like the experiments or whatever. And they like that they keep the clothes, and I'm fine with them keeping like some of the clothes or whatever. It's just the suits themselves are very unimaginative and muddy.
Yeah, they don't seem to have much of a strong theme. The season 1 Amazons, you could tell right away what they were. They had a very strong theme. These ones don't really. The concept itself might be cool or whatever, but they're very visually uninteresting. Yeah. And not well designed. That's my problem with them. Yeah. I always think back to the Amazon dragon, the Amazon. I always think back to the Dragonfly Amazon from season 1, which I really liked. The wings were like a sort of half cape on one of his arms. I thought that was super cool. There's nothing really like that. A lot
of the Amazons looked really cool in the first season, honestly.
Yeah, nothing like that so far in Amazon Season 2.
Besides Crow. Crow Amazon.
Crow's very cool.
She's really cool.
I like that you can instantly tell it's a man in the suit when she transforms.
Yeah.
Just like with Poppy. Kamen Rider Poppy, I'm pretty sure is a dude in that suit.
Probably so.
But I could be wrong. I've been wrong in the past, believe it or not.
Well, Malika's actress is a suit actress, so it might be her.
Could be her.
It's not her in the crow suit. It's really obviously a dude, but...
Yeah. You can tell because, you can see his butt. It's a man butt.
You can see his dick, too.
I know butts. Yeah.
The team kiss or whatever is just hanging out, right? And
oh god, I love that scene.
They're like on the news. They're like, "Oh, you shouldn't drink this aroma water from your water coolers because it'll make you sick." But it's actually got Amazon Cybos in it.
Amazon Cybos.
And it's, the dude's like, "Oh, that's in my work. That's in the office I work at." And they're like, "Oh, who cares?" And he turns around and he's just fucked up with veins all over his body. And he's like, "What?
What are you guys looking at?" Can you imagine if it didn't hit him at that time? Hit him like 3 days later, and they had already realized what was wrong and left him, and everything would be fine.
That would be real exciting in a television series.
We forgot to mention in the last episode the landlord that where Team Kiss lives. The landlord of that building is the leader of the Kill Squad from season 1.
Yeah, the old Kill Squad, whose name I don't really remember.
I don't know anybody's name.
No, neither do I. I'm really trying to learn. I'm glad you said Chihiro earlier, because I'd already forgotten his name.
EU. Fukuda is back, the sniper.
Yes. Tachibana is the businessman.
I'll never forget.
Very important businessman.
Any Kamen Rider character named Tachibana, I'm going to remember.
True.
There are many.
Assistant man.
I fucking don't know. Is it Haruka? Haruka, obviously.
Yeah, Haruka, yeah. There's actually, a scene where somebody pulls up on a motorcycle, and it's really obviously Haruka because it's shaped like an Amazon. Mm-hmm. But Fukuda says, "Haruka?" And I was like, "You gave it away, you asshole." It was supposed to be a big reveal. I don't know why I felt that way, but a part of me really felt that way. Which is so dumb. He was riding a motorcycle shaped like his head.
Everybody knew instantly.
Yeah. but he gets off his motorcycle like a fucking badass and transforms. It's funny that he went from being the meekest, weakest character to being a character that everyone in the room holds their breath and backs away from when he shows up.
I love that, though. I love that development for him.
I really like Haruka. Like, I ended last season really liking Haruka.
Yeah.
So seeing him come back and be part of this plot is great.
I wonder what he's doing. Like, is he... Like, he transforms, obviously, as if he's about to fight Chihiro. Is it just
in the preview for the next episode, like, Chihiro says, "Why are you trying to kill Iyu?"
Yeah.
So he might be saying that to him. Maybe he's trying to exterminate all Amazons that kill people, and she killed somebody.
Maybe he's trying to exterminate people who hunt down Amazons? Because that's mean?
Yeah, maybe. He is the Amazon protector man.
He's the Amazon protector boy.
He's a man now.
That was Amazon's one.
That was him becoming a man. I really am enjoying this season so far. Not as much as last season.
It's not as the plot's not as interesting. It's not quite as good, but
Although there is a big giant fucking reveal in this episode, right? Where Chihiro is like, "If I can believe in you, then I can believe that I didn't eat my mother."
Yeah.
And I was like, damn!
Is that why he was raised by Amazons? Did he eat his mother and then run off to a commune or something?
He fucking ate his own mother?
That is fucked up.
Dude, there are other people. Just eat somebody else. Damn.
Maybe he didn't eat his mother. It seems like he's not sure.
He might not be sure. It'd be super fucked up and way more interesting if he actually did, though.
Yeah, that's true. That'd be a lot better.
But I don't know if they're gonna have a main Kamen Rider protagonist who ate his own mother to death. I don't think that's gonna be a thing.
Maybe he thinks... Maybe he's not sure if he ate his mother or not, but it was actually one of the members of the Ryusei school that came and ate it. And
I was gonna make the same fucking joke.
Oh boy, great minds think alike.
Jesus. Is that all we have to say about Amazons?
Yes, it's good.
Because it's really good. And we have so much fucking content to go over this episode, so I'm sorry if we're, like, not covering everything well.
we may gloss over some shit.
Yeah, we've got some emails that I actually want to get to this time. I actually want to read emails.
Wow, that's a new...
Our first email isn't an email. It's a direct message on Twitter.
Okay.
From... @anachronism number.
Okay.
Anna. And she says, "Hey guys, I had a question about fan riders, which I know you two know a thing or two about." True.
We are fan riders.
We have played fan riders in tabletop games.
Yes, that's true.
If you're writing your own rider story, do you think it's better to give the characters Japanese names or no? If nothing about the story is really linked to Japan, is it necessary, or do you think it's disrespectful not to? Thanks so much, and sorry if this question is too thorny for the podcast.
Too thorny?
I would say if your story is not set in Japan, your characters don't really have to be Japanese.
Yeah, when I was writing that Ryuki adaptation, it was set in the US, and everyone was... normal U.S. names.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to have if you want your characters to have Japanese names, they can be like their family was in Japan like generations ago, and they live wherever they're at now, or maybe they're an immigrant or whatever. That's cool, but I don't think it's absolutely necessary. Yeah, it would be weird if it was set in Japan and all your characters were named like Steve.
Every single...
Like no one was a Japanese person at all. That would be weird.
All these immigrants from America all happen to gather in Japan. It's like the fucking Highlander gathering.
Yeah. Everybody who shows up just happens to be white.
Yeah, it just depends on where it's set. I mean, a rider show can be set anywhere. You can set a rider show in goddamn Italy if you want.
Yeah.
Give everyone Lorenzo. Who cares?
Everyone is named Lorenzo. Even the women.
Yeah, everyone. No exceptions.
Our next email is from James, who says, "Hey guys, the podcast is still a blast to listen to." Thanks.
Thank you.
Before questions, I want to say something. I want to both thank you and apologize to you guys for giving us the Ghost movie commentary. Thanks for giving us another movie commentary, and an apology for making you guys go through this movie twice to give us the commentary.
I can link you to my PayPal if you want to compensate me. I
send us money.
Forms of currency.
Liam watched it 3 times.
I watched it 3 times. I don't think I've seen The Force Awakens that many times. That's bad. I liked that movie.
But does The Force Awakens have Onari in it?
No, that's true.
I don't think so.
I think I'm going to make a supercut of the Onari scenes and just watch that every day for the rest of my life. Just remember what I'm looking for.
You really hate yourself, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah. You couldn't tell from 118 episodes of this TV show?
Yeah, we're definitely on a TV show right now.
For
everyone that's been listening for everyone that's only been listening to the audio of this podcast, you're totally missing out on the television show that's attached to it.
Yeah, Jeff's taming a tiger right now while we're talking.
We are both spacefaring cowboys with laser guns, going on a laser gun space adventure, and you're missing out. Sometimes,
if you're not looking, we're just straight up fucking while we're talking.
Yeah, I mean, neither of us are really enjoying it, obviously, or else we'll be making more sounds, but it's just happening.
It's just for the camera, yeah.
You guys need to tune in.
Give the viewers someone to look at.
First question.
Okay.
What is you guys' favorite villain bugster? Personal choice goes to the Shakuriki Sports bugster for me for 2 reasons. One is that, like Poppy and Burgermon, it's mostly harmless and doing what it loves. Sick BMX tricks. And the other reason is I found that its real name is Charlie Bugster, and that's hilarious. And if that's true, that's really fucking funny.
I think I heard that somewhere myself. I don't remember who told me, but...
What's your favorite bugster?
Oh, shit. I kind of like Salty. I like his hat. I like his...
You like Salty?
Yeah, I like his weird... I like General Gun Guy, actually.
Yeah, I knew you were going to pick General Gun Guy. When you said Salty, I was like, don't fucking lie to these people.
No, I lied. I'm sorry. I told a heinous lie. I like Gun Guy. I like how he treats... the Bugsters are his minions, and he's like, you fools! Go over there! Nobody else really does that with the Bugsters. No. I like that he's got that little relationship with them. I think that's funny.
He's a general.
Yeah. How about you?
See, I like... the wizard. I think the wizard... What's his name?
It's Alhambra?
Yeah, Alhambra has a really cool design. And I love that he's literally a wizard. Like, he can cast spells and shit. That's really fucking cool.
Yeah, he's got magic rune circles and a wand and stuff. He's neat.
He's my favorite. Second question. What is the worst suit in Kabuto, stage show riders included? To me, the worst suit has to be Kamen Rider Lady. Stage show suits are either decent or good, but this one is just awful.
I've seen that picture, actually. I've seen a photo of Kamen Rider Lady.
I have not. Why don't you look that up while I finish reading this?
I'll send it, yeah.
Yeah. Plus, she's supposed to be the Kabuto equivalent to Tackle?
Yep.
Which makes me kind of madder, since Tackle's suit was good.
You'll see when I send you the photo. It looks like Tackle if it was designed by a modern-day moron.
See, I like Tackle's suit a lot. I actually like the updated Tackle suit from the Decade movie.
Yeah, if it didn't have the exposed hair, I'd like it. Yeah, it'd be perfect without the hair.
That does not bug me.
It doesn't bug you? It doesn't ladybug you?
God, if I could hate you any fucking more.
Okay, here's the fucking...
If I had to pick my least favorite human, it would be Liam.
Okay, but would you pick your least favorite Kabuto suit, including Kamen Rider Lady?
Alright, it's loading. Give me a sec.
Prepare.
Oh my god.
I told you.
She's got like a fucking lamp around her waist, and it's not like a well-made one either.
A fucking skirt.
Oh yeah, this is terrible. This is my choice.
Funny, when I googled Kamen Rider Lady, that weird smart brain lady showed up.
She is a lady.
She's a lady from Kamen Rider, that's true.
Yeah, that is the worst by far.
That's every Kabuto suit is amazing except for that one.
Yeah, I don't really like, I think Drake looks kind of dumb.
Whoa there.
Well, no, that's not right.
Yeah, take that shit back.
Drake is the fucking, obviously the dragonfly one. That's not what I was thinking of. I was thinking of Sesord.
Oh yeah, Sesord. Yeah, Sesord is the weakest, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say Sesord looks kind of lame. I mean, I like the character a lot.
Yeah.
And but the suit itself is a little lame.
Yeah, I can see that.
Overall, though, including stage show, it's absolutely Kamen Rider fucking... We had to buy this shit at the dollar store and slap it together for the show.
Man, that looks bad.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
It's the plastic skirt with the, like, real skirt beneath it, even. That, like, sort of wispy black skirt under there. Oh, God. That is terrible.
This is fucking terrible.
How did they do clock up in a stage show?
I guess everybody moves really slow except the person that's
using
it.
Yeah, that could be done.
Thanks for writing in, James.
Thank you.
Our next email is from Adam, who says, "Hey Jeff with one F and Lim."
Okay, Lim.
Shit show like always.
Thanks.
What is your least favorite final villain suit ever?
Ooh.
Ever. I gotta say, Terror isn't really the final villain in Double, but God, that suit's fucking dumb.
My mind instantly leapt to the Gratizer, but it's not a terrible suit. It's just a terrible person who designed it.
Does Dark Drive count?
Dark Drive's not a bad suit.
No, it's not. It's lazy as fuck. Who was the final villain in Blade? I don't remember that.
Sometimes, yeah.
I know the way the story went. I remember exactly, but I don't really.
I didn't like the look of the bomb from Drive. Does that count?
Yeah, I guess that counts.
I'll take that one. The bomb from Drive.
Yeah, Terror would be my answer.
Okay.
Although he was not actually the final villain.
Yeah, the bomb from Drive wasn't really the final villain either. It was Heart. But whatever.
P.S. Kamen Rider Chronicle is going to be packaged with the Buggle Driver 2.
Oh, fucking I knew it!
And if it's anything like the first Buggle Driver, I would place a pre-order.
Fucking I knew it.
I'm just never going to get it then.
Yeah, I forget it. That's it. It's gone.
Our next email is from @WildSaber, who says, "Seeing as this episode Nico personalized her ride player suit, what would you add to your suit to make you stand out from the other ride players?" Hard mode, no scarves.
No scarves.
Which is what I was going to go to immediately.
You could play on easy mode.
Yeah. I would tape a beard to the face. Like, not a beard like my beard, but like a ZZ Top beard, and like put sunglasses over the eyes.
Oh.
And I would carry a guitar as a weapon, so I would be Kamen Rider ZZ.
Very good. Very clever.
Why did my brain go there? Is the question.
Instantly. Like, Kamen Rider, ZZ Top, they occupy basically the same brain space.
It is just Kamen Rider ZZ.
Yeah. There you go.
That's me. What about you?
I would wear a nice jacket over my ride player suit.
I would wear the Superboy leather jacket over it with like a Superman symbol in the back.
That would look pretty good, actually. And it's like those art things that we talked about a while. That like art series of riders wearing clothes over the suits.
Yeah,
a nice jacket over it would be nice looking.
Genuinely, that's a kind of a tough question. Maybe a nice bomber jacket.
Oh yeah. Yeah, a good bomber jacket.
I like a bomber jacket. I got one. I could put it on there.
All right, there it is. Jackets.
Maybe a big fake mustache. We could wear 2 big fake mustaches and put like Mario and Luigi hats on. And be like Kamen Rider bros.
I like to think everybody who plays would do this shit. I'm surprised everybody who plays doesn't do this shit.
Yeah, you think they would do something. But only Spencer's Gifts ever thought of putting something on her suit, which apparently just stays with it after you untransform and transform back.
Yeah, don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to.
I guess. It just goes to the fucking suit dimension with it and it comes back. That's fine. Thanks, Wild Saber. That was a cool question. I like that.
Thank you.
Our next question is from Tori, who asked a question that we've already been asked before. If you could make one game into a Gashat that you use to become a rider, what game would you use?
We haven't been asked this question many times every
for all
level.
The forms. Like, somebody would be able to tell you, on our Twitter probably, would be able to tell you, like, what those forms are, but I don't fucking remember. I just know that our base forms, Liam was Morrowind, and I was Streets of Rage.
I happen to know for a fact that somebody wrote them down. At least one person wrote them down.
Yeah, Liam's was Morrowind, mine was Streets of Rage.
Yeah, there was more. But
so we're both very old.
Hey, 2002 wasn't that long ago. Morrowind's not that old.
Also, Nico versus Poppy. Who would win? Who would you want to win?
Poppy would win. I would want Nico to win.
Yeah, I have to go with the same exact answer. I hate Poppy. I like Poppy now.
I read this week, you know how they always have the stats for riders, the punching power is 10 tons per square inch, whatever. I found out that Kamen Rider Poppy is roughly 3 times as strong as God Coda.
What?
She can run faster, she can punch harder, she can jump farther, she can just do everything better. She's just the strongest ever.
But Coda is God!
You know what? The stats are bullshit and they never matter. So don't worry too hard. But that's what they're saying. Like, Coda's, I think, got, like, Kiwami Arms... The maximum punching power is like 16 tons per square inch, and Poppy's is like 40.
Oh my god.
It's not even close.
She's so strong.
Yeah, she's ridiculous. I wonder if she can control plants.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Love you guys, Tori. Hey, thanks for writing in, Tori. We appreciate that.
Thanks.
We appreciate that. Even if it's a question that's been asked before, that's cool. We'll do a quick answer for it again.
Sure.
Neither of us expect everybody to listen to all these episodes. As a matter of fact, we would appreciate it if you didn't.
Not me. You speak for yourself. If you haven't listened to every single episode, go back.
You definitely have mentioned before that you don't want people listening to the early episodes of this podcast.
I'll make an exception. Start with one and go all the way.
Our next email
is
from Madison, who says, "What's up, shitlords?"
What?
Why is everyone so rude?
Why are you all so mean? It couldn't possibly be because we're always mean to each other and you guys all the time.
No. It's not that we call you all a bunch of fucking morons all the time or anything.
No, that can't be it. You guys are just dicks.
Hope you both are having a great week. Excited to finally write in after months of saying, I'll get around to it. That was such a fucking, like, smug anime girl reaction.
Perhaps you'd like to challenge me in a ride battle.
So I have 2 questions for you this week. First, I've recently been working on a writer-inspired comic book script. It's coming along at a pretty glacial pace, but progress is progress. I told myself when I finished it, I'd get into an artist's care. When I finished it and got it into an artist's care, I would get a Kamen Rider tattoo to celebrate. The problem is coming up with what to get. Have either of you thought about Rider-inspired tattoos? What do you think would make a good Rider tattoo? The Kuga symbol.
I would definitely get a Zect logo somewhere.
With like Zect in the middle of it?
Yeah, Zect.
People would be like, what's that mean? And you'd be like,
it's tribal, it means strength.
Why is it written in perfect English? Shut the fuck up! I don't ask you about your shit.
I love the Zect logo, and I love that there's a different logo for every rider, too.
Yeah, which one would you get,
though? I like the basic one. There is one that's just the basic one that they put on the ant people. What the fuck are those guys called? Oh my god, I'm blanking so good right now.
They're not called Riot Troopers. That's from
the
show we're watching.
Zect Troopers.
The Zect Troopers
all have like a basic version. I think I might get that somewhere.
Ant boys.
Like, I wouldn't want a tattoo. I'm not the kind of person to get a tattoo, but if someone had a gun to my head and said, get a fucking Kamen Rider tattoo, I'd probably get a Zect, just like a Zect logo somewhere on me.
The Kuga symbol.
That's a good choice, too.
I've always thought that if I did get a tattoo, and, I used to think I'd get like a little 8-bit Mega Man, but I wouldn't do that anymore.
Yeah, it's a little tacky.
It's a little tacky. It's what I'm trying to avoid in my life, being tacky. But just because I love Mega Man to death, but that is a little lame.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a Mega Man tattoo, that's cool. Got nothing against it, but
Jeff can't pull it off.
I can't pull it off. I thought about it would be fun And I would always, like, remind me of something cool if I actually got the dark sign tattooed on me, on my shoulder.
Oh,
on the back of my shoulder, like, really small.
That was another one I'd kind of like, is the Hunter's Mark from Bloodborne.
Oh, yeah, that would be really cool, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, the dark sign is... The problem with the dark sign is there is no canonical depiction of what it looks like on someone's skin.
Yeah, it's just like a flaming circle. It's weird.
And in the beginning of Dark Souls 2, it's like a fucking void that's like dragging stuff into it.
Yeah.
So that'd be a little difficult.
A little hard to get a tattoo of.
Also, speaking of comic books, if John Toei offered both of you writing duties for a 60-page single issue that stars any writer or Sentai character you want, what would you write? Thanks for your time. Love the podcast. Madison.
I would write a side story. I'd write a Gaiden about Zolda killing his first rider that he killed. Let's say there was one that was before the show, one of the one that wasn't in the show, Verde or something.
Oh my god!
And be like, this is about Zolda discovering he has cancer, joining the Rider War, and killing his first rider. A little origin story. That's what I'd do.
That would be cool. I just thought of something though, right?
Okay.
What if, like, mine would be set in Kabuto during it.
Okay.
And it would follow a guy who signs up to become a Zek Trooper.
Oh.
And he goes on his first mission, and him and his best buddy are going on their first mission. His best buddy is murdered, so he becomes obsessed with killing the worm that murdered his best friend.
Mm.
And, eventually, like, he's about to be murdered, and, like, Kabuto destroys it. After Kabuto destroys it, he fucking finds out that he's a worm, and he didn't know it.
What the fuck?
And, like, he has to come to grips with the fact that he's not human, and he's exactly what he's hated the most that whole time, and he didn't get his revenge.
That could be good. That'd be hard to wrap up in 60 pages.
And then at the end of the story, Kabuto just kills him.
That'd be the best ending. Kabuto murders the shit out of him.
That's the best ending to anything. Kabuto comes in and murders the main character.
Mimic a scene from the show where he actually kills a mook worm and be like, yeah, that was this guy.
Yeah, that would be fucking great. You're smart.
I'm a smart man.
You're a smart boy.
I'm a genius, that's what people say on the street.
Yeah. Alright, I'm really regretting calling you smart now.
Yeah, that's straight to my head.
I like how Liam is the type of guy that if he's just like, man, I'm so fucking terrible. Like, I hate myself so much. If you're like, no, Liam, you're smart. You're like, actually, I am smart. I'm the fucking smartest guy in the room.
At any given moment, Elon Musk can fuck off. It's me.
So thanks for writing in, everybody. We appreciate that. We appreciate every email we get. Every word you type is the world to us.
And if you want to type more words to us, you can do that. You can send us an email at riderclubradio@gmail.com.
Or you can follow us on Twitter and converse with us there. I check it pretty regularly. Liam drunk tweets all the time. It's really great.
I didn't last time. I drank without drunk.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Give me a back pat.
I'm sure that no one else is happy about that, but I am. You can find our Twitter at Rider Club Radio.
Check it.
We appreciate you listening to our podcast, and we hope you tune in next week for more of exactly the same shit.
I remember one week I uploaded literally the same audio over... I just accidentally uploaded the same audio as last week. I fixed it quick, but... Yeah, expect that forever.
Somebody noticed, but it was like... It wasn't as quick as you would imagine.
It wasn't like the next morning or something that I got it.
No, it was like you put it up and it was like 3 hours later or something. Somebody sent a thing that said, "Hey, this is the same audio." And like I was like, "Oh man, they caught that pretty quick." And then I thought, "No, they did."
Actually, no.
How many people listened to the whole episode and was like, "Man, I got deja vu so bad right now." Anyway, tune in next week and we'll see you then.
Good night.